News 5 committed to getting answers about your streets and the process of getting them repaired.
Our team of On Your Side investigators has uncovered ongoing problems with that process here in the city of Cleveland. Investigator Jonathan Walsh has been leading the charge. Jonathan, even in 2016, there are questions about how to tackle fundamental fixes.
Yeah, as we were digging into this, we found basic ideas are challenged from all sides. People who have a direct impact on whether or not you continue to hit potholes and have crumbling roads.
It's not rocket science. It's what we really need to do.
Larry Galehouse has dedicated his life to streets as the director of the National Center for Pavement Preservation based out of Michigan State University. We showed him the conditions of Cleveland streets.
It's a cultural shift, and we have to get our elected officials to understand that they need to make these changes.
I confronted Mayor Frank Jackson about the strategy of Cleveland to address road repairs in the past. The city is doing more A, B, and C streets than D's and F's.
Well, see, again, you're misrepresenting. That's not correct.
That is correct. We looked at the entire data. 518 streets
let me ask you a question.
were rated A, B, and C. 487 were rated D and F, and those are the ones that got repaved. Shortly after that encounter, Cleveland's Chief Operating Officer Darnell Brown admitted the condition report was too old, and the city had a new formula for repairs as of 2014.
To allow the science, if you would, to really predict what streets ought to be done, because doing worse first improves the riding surface across the entire city.
We cannot afford to continue to build and use the worst first philosophy. That is always developing a strategy based on the worst first.
So there's that. But even with the new roads condition report, there's disagreement about training. A source close to that evaluation told me there were 8 hours of training before going out on a $600,000 project to rate roads. Councilman Jeff Johnson. What do you think about that?
First of all, it's totally unacceptable.
Councilman Tony Brancatelli.
A professional engineer has gone through school for multiple years. So 8 hours of training on what they already know shouldn't be that big a deal.
But my source told me the evaluators were not all engineers. He called them construction-oriented.
One of the backstories of this is that City Council, as it exists today, does little challenging of Mayor Frank Jackson's administration.
Chief Brown says $200 million of city, regional, and state money will have gone into repairs from 2014 through 2017. Galehouse told me investment in infrastructure is desperately needed, and Cleveland streets need a better plan.
Yeah, looking at this, it's pretty serious.
So while we wait for the now late but newly updated road conditions report, we want to hear from you. Keep your comments coming on our roads feedback page located on our News 5 app. I'm On Your Side investigator Jonathan Walsh.